Hi everyone, welcome to day 4 of the Fast and Feast. Well done for getting this far. I'm doing it too, and I know it's not easy giving up something. But over the past few days I've just learned so many things about God and about myself that I think it's definitely worthwhile. Today I think the topic is about the attitude of gratitude. So appreciating the little things in life. If you think back over your past day, or if the day's just begun, the day before yesterday, and just think about what's happened and what really stands out to you. More often than not, you guys remember things that were really big in the day. So maybe you've just got a promotion, or maybe you got an A-star in that test, or maybe your best friend had some really big news, or you remember things like someone who was really mean to you yesterday and said something that really hurted you. And more often than not, we remember the bigger things in life rather than the smaller things. So maybe someone holding the door open for you, or smiling at you on the way to work or school. Think back to maybe a month ago. What do you remember? It's still the pretty big things, right? And what's happening is we're neglecting being appreciative of the small stuff. Because you see, the truth is, our lives are made up of all the small things. But then you could be like, Rosh, what do you mean? It doesn't make a difference if I forget if someone opened the door for me, or if someone waved hi. I mean, there is that whole saying, don't sweat the small stuff, right? But then that's kind of like saying, I'm going to build this amazing house, and it's going to be amazing. I'm just not going to buy bricks or cement for it. Now, in your heads, that probably seems pretty stupid. I mean, how can you have a house without the bricks and the cement that make it? Well, it's the same in life. You can't be happy in life, and you can't really kind of appreciate the bigger things in life if you don't appreciate the small things that build up to the big things. It's said that we remember majority of the negative things that happen in our life, or things that have really kind of hurt us, and we feel that more than the positive things that happen in life. And sometimes that kind of seems true. Nowadays you hear a lot of people saying, my finances are non-existent, my health is poor, my life is in shambles. And that's not to say that it isn't. You could be going through a hard time in life, but then when you're in that kind of situation, or when you feel like that, all you need to do is just stop and breathe. That one thing you just did, breathing, that is something that you can give thanks to God for. The fact that He's still giving you life, that you're still breathing in when other people don't have that opportunity anymore, that is a massive miracle that God has given you, and that God has gifted to you. That's already one positive thing that you can think of, maybe in a situation where it's not so positive. Whenever I think about appreciation, the first thing that comes to mind for me is a story that I heard when I was younger. There was this little boy, and him and his mum used to go to the park every day after school. And one day he noticed a new girl sitting on the swings with sunglasses on. And he stopped and he was like, wait a minute, that's really weird. It's the middle of winter and this girl is wearing sunglasses. So he went up to her and he was like, what's the deal? Why are you wearing sunglasses? He soon learned that the girl was actually blind. But before he could answer, his mum called him for him to go home. The next day, when his mum was looking for him to take him home, she found this boy sitting next to the girl on the swings again, but this time his eyes were closed, and he was just talking about and showing the girl through his words what exactly the grass swaying in the wind looked like, or what the sky looked like on a summer's day, or what daffodils looked like, or what tulips or daisies looked like. And to see the smile on the girl's face, the smile was so bright it could have lit up a whole dark hall. You see, at times we can be like that little girl, blind to all the blessings around us. But when we have God's love just swelling in our hearts through prayer or through worship, or just living in His name, our eyes will start to see all those previous blind spots. And suddenly all those little things will be as amazing as the Red Sea parting. And by witnessing all of those little things, we're enabling ourselves, empowering ourselves to witness all the bigger miracles and all the bigger plans God has got for us, God planned for us. So what is holding us back? What's holding you back and what's holding me back? It's going to be a little different for everyone, because we're all individual, we're all unique. But the umbrella term, the term that we can apply to everyone, the thing that is holding us back from appreciating all these little things is ourselves. You see, the fact that we are breathing right now, there is food in the kitchen or meat in the fridge, water to drink, electricity, paper to write on, friends to see, the fact that you have arms to move, your legs, your teeth, your eyes, whatever. The fact that you have all of that freedom and all of those things is itself a massive testimony for God. These are all gifts God has given us. Gifts. Because God gave them to us even though He didn't have to. And so we shouldn't take all of those things for granted. Because all we're doing is setting ourselves up to not see all the small blessings and consequently not witness all the bigger ones. A way to get around this is to literally just stop and breathe. Not just like what we did earlier, but to stop and breathe. Take the letters apart and you'll find something you can thank God for. For example, S from stop could be for shelter, the fact that you've got a roof over your heads and you're protected from harsh weather. The T could be for the fact that you're together with someone, that you have your friends and your family that you can share God's love and experience with. O, because you're open to voice your own opinions, you're open to do what you want, make your own choices. You have that freedom. You're not a slave to evil or to earth. P could be for protection, the fact that God has protected you over the years from earthly evils and sometimes even from yourself. B from breathe could be all about burdens, the fact that those have been taken away from you. R could be for redemption, the fact that your sins are no longer going to impact you negatively. They've been taken away from you. You don't suffer for them anymore. God has already done that through the cross in Jesus. E for energy. You still have the energy to do all these little things in life, make dinner or hold open a door, or kind of resourceful energy. So you have electricity, you have heating, you have gas, you have money, when other people don't always have all of that. A for air. Once again, the fact that you're living and you're breathing in that air is such a blessing. T, the time that God has given you so far, your life so far, all those years of Him just being with you, all those little moments that are built up to today. H is for happiness and health. The fact that you can express your opinions, you can express your feelings, you can love, you can be happy, you can dance, or sometimes you can just share your kind of negative feelings sometimes and get help. And finally, E, everlasting love. God's everlasting love has been with you always, is with you always, and will forever just always be with you, just lingering around you and keeping you safe. So every now and then, just stop and breathe. And you'll find yourself beginning to appreciate all the little things around you. And you'll soon find yourself recognizing which of those little moments lead to the amazingly massive moments that God has made you for and God is going to use to pinpoint His love for. So remember, just stop and breathe. God bless you all.